So, you're gearing up for your PCI certification? Perfect. You're in exactly the right place. We're about to lay the groundwork for your entire role as a quality control technician by unpacking the absolute fundamentals of plant quality systems, straight out of the TM-101 manual. So here's the game plan for today. We're going to build this thing from the ground up. First, we'll nail down what quality control even is, then we'll dig into why it exists. After that, we'll look at the big picture, the whole QA program, before we really zoom in on your plant's quality manual. And finally, we'll tie it all together. All right, let's dive right in. When people throw around the term quality control, what are we actually talking about? What does it mean for you on the plant floor, day in and day out? Let's get to the heart of your role. And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Quality can sound like this vague, fuzzy idea, but in a precast plant, it's not. It is a very specific, very measurable set of actions that you are going to take every single day. So let's define it. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. The one word I really want you to lock onto here is systematic. See, quality control isn't about random spot checks or just hoping for the best. It is a planned, structured process. You inspect, you test, and you measure, all to prove one simple thing, that what we built is exactly what was designed. And this right here, this is a crucial distinction you have to understand. The production team, their job is to build stuff. They're focused on schedules, speed, and efficiency. But your job in QC is totally different. You're the independent check. You focus only on conformance. It's why the person who builds the rebar cage can't be the same person who signs off on it. You are that essential, objective second set of eyes. So we've got the what down. But now let's talk about the why. I mean, why do we even have this whole system in the first place? What's the real ultimate goal here? At the end of the day, this is it. This is the reason behind every single test you run, every measurement you take, every form you fill out. It all boils down to making sure the final product consistently, without fail, meets every single requirement spelled out in that project contract. It's about hitting that standard every single time. This quote from the TM-101 really hits the nail on the head. A great quality program is never just the job of the QC department. It has to be a plant-wide culture. And that culture, it starts at the very top. When management is truly, visibly committed, it empowers everyone on the floor to make quality their #1 priority. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get into the how. What is the actual framework, the skeleton that makes all this consistent quality possible? Well, that framework is the Quality Assurance Program. The best way to think about the QA program is like this. It's the master blueprint for quality. It's not the daily inspection. Remember, that's QC. QA is the high-level system. It's the set of rules and procedures that management puts in place to make sure everything is done the same way every time. And listen, this program isn't just something your plant manager made up one afternoon. No way. It's built on a solid foundation of standards and best practices that come directly from the Precast/Prestressed Concrete Institute, specifically from 3 core manuals that cover different types of products. And here are the big 3. MNL 116 is your Bible for structural and commercial products. MNL 117 gets into all the fine details for architectural work. And MNL 130 is all about glass fiber reinforced concrete. Depending on what your plant makes, one of these is going to be your absolute go-to guide. Now, according to those manuals, a truly comprehensive quality control program has to address 17, count 'em, 17 critical items. Now, look, we're not going to go through all 17 right now, but this gives you a fantastic snapshot of just how comprehensive this program is. It covers everything from making sure personnel are qualified, to proper strand tensioning, to controlled curing, and something that's absolutely vital, keeping complete and accurate records of everything. All right, this brings us to what is probably the single most important document for your job, your plant's own Quality System Manual, or QSM. This is where those big ideas from the PCI manuals get translated into specific concrete rules for your facility. And let me be clear, this is non-negotiable. To be a PCI-certified plant, you must have a written QSM. If the QA program is the blueprint for quality, think of your QSM as the super detailed step-by-step building code. It tells everyone exactly how quality is done at your plant. So what's the point of this manual? Well, it's all about creating total clarity. It breaks down the specific tasks that need to be done, it clearly assigns who is responsible for doing them, and it makes sure that everyone is doing things the exact same way. This is how you get rid of confusion and create a consistent, repeatable process. So, when you crack open your plant's QSM, you're going to find detailed sections on all of these things. We're talking organization charts, specific procedures for handling shop drawings, what to do with non-conforming products, you name it. To put it simply, knowing this manual is your job. Okay, let's zoom back out for a second and connect all these dots. We've gone from the big idea of quality control all the way down to the nitty-gritty chapters in your plant's manual. So what's the big picture here? What's the main takeaway? This right here is the most important thing to understand. A truly great quality system isn't just about catching mistakes at the end of the line. It's about building a system, a culture really, that's supported by management, guided by clear procedures, and carried out by trained people, all to prevent mistakes from ever happening in the first place. And your QSM? That is the tool that makes that whole culture a reality. It's what ensures consistency, creates accountability, and guarantees that everything you do complies with industry standards. It is your single most important guide. So as you move forward in your career, remember that the Quality System Manual isn't just some binder collecting dust on a shelf. It's the playbook for excellence. It's the guide that ensures every single thing your plan produces is safe, durable, and correct. Your QSM is your guide. The only real question left is, are you ready to be its champion?